Welcome everybody to the Koi 9-hole cup expert division, hole number 1. The drive is going to play P3 plus 10 max numbers. We're starting with a rock P3 ball, switching to an APOC. Our second shot is going to be a sniper rough bump to the sticky spot. We're going to go over that in a second. So first things first, you want to make sure you have your rock loaded and you want a Kingslayer Centurion type ball. I have not tested this shot with a Kingmaker. It may be doable, but I have not tested it, okay? So I've only tested this with a Kingslayer Wind 4 ball, P3 Wind 4, and I dropped this 5 in a row. So it's a good shot. If you set it up properly, you have a really good opportunity to get this drop. Let's go over it. So starting with your rock and your Kingslayer Centurion, switch to your APOC bag, no move target, right? 3 left spin, 4.5 top spin, no move target. P3 plus 10 max numbers here. This drive is not that critical. I've dropped the approach off of great drives. I know you got some different wind angles here on the drive. Sometimes you can pull higher plus yards. Sometimes you'll pull lower plus yards. Not that critical, okay? So as long as you're in the 340 to 345-ish range, you should be good for your approach. We're doing a pen check for the approach. I think we land 342 on this drive. Yep. So the approach is a sniper rough bump to the sticky spot. Now, it's critical that you set this approach up properly if you want to get the drop, okay? I'm always starting with 1.5 top spin, 1.5 left spin, doing my pin check to get my slider, and then setting up with half the white ring cutting into the fairway on the top, right? So we got half the white ring in the rough, half the white ring in the fairway, and then we're going to move side to side, find our sticky spot, and then readjust our spins if needed. Most of the time, you don't need to. In this shot, I actually did need to readjust it. You'll see that now. So, our approach shot also plays P3 minus 5% at slider. Minus 5 at slider. Always start with 1.5 top, 1.5 left. Get your pin check, get your slider. Right here, we're at the plus 9. Plus 9 is going to give us 29 slider, right? I throw my 1.5 top, 1.5 left. If I said right, I meant left. All right. Find my sticky spot, right? Now here, I'm not quite in the center of the hole, right? So I'm going to have to readjust. I want to keep my 1.5 top, and then I just want to add enough left spin so that I'm going through the center of the hole. Okay. So we're going to take a picture real quick. I want to show you a couple of key things to note on this shot. We want the ball guide to be going about 2 squares through the hole. If you look, there's a line here, right? It's kind of hard to see. But we want it to be roughly, the tip of the ball guide should be about 2 squares through the hole. And it should be almost going straight through the hole, right? Like the ball guide's not curving a whole bunch. And you can move it back and forth, and you want it to pivot on the flag stick. So when you move it left, the tip moves, but the center of it never comes out the hole, right? So you can move it right to left. It should always be going through the hole, and the only thing that should be moving is the tip of the ball guide behind the cup, right? That's what you want to look for. You want half the white ring cutting here, and you want the tip of the ball guide to be roughly 2 squares through. And you should have a relatively straight ball guide right here. Shouldn't be any major curves to that ball guide. If you have this set up properly, you should be getting a drop on this hole. All right, let me delete that. Let's go. So I've tested several different wind angles and wind strengths all the way from 6.0 to 7.7. All of them have dropped with this adjustment and this setup. P3 minus 5 at the slider provided to you in the video. Set up properly, Tweak your spins if needed. Make sure that you can shift side to side. Keep the ball guide going through the center of the cup. Adjust, hit perfect. It's dropping very nicely every time. Should be a very good opportunity for an eagle. Good luck, and we'll see you on the next hole.